This video is for all of my late diagnosed neurodivergent friends, for people that late in life found out or realized that they are autistic or ADHD. This one's for you, especially if you've been feeling a little lost since you got that diagnosis. Not really sure what to do with that information. This hopefully will help you out. Now, everybody is in a different place in their journey, so what I'm about to say may not resonate with you. It might not be the vibe that you're needing right now. It depends on where you are in your journey. So, you know, if it hits for you, great. If it doesn't, move on. Find something else. There's a million videos out there about autism, what it is, the signs, the symptoms, how to identify. This is not that video. What this is something that maybe you need to hear. That maybe you've heard so many negative things about what autism is and how it negatively affects you, because everything about autism is pathologized. You don't get a diagnosis without your traits being considered pathologies, right? That's how it works. Unless it disrupts your life in some way, has caused you some sort of problem, you don't receive an autism diagnosis. So many people, I think, once you find out that you are autistic, once you get that diagnosis, or even when you come to the self-realization of autism, you start to look backwards a lot. You start to deconstruct your life and realize how many things that happened in your life actually were your autism traits. You may lose a lot of trust in yourself if you had any to begin with. We all have, I think, some level of rejection sensitive dysphoria from all the negative messaging that we've received throughout our lives. And I think that confirmation of you are autistic or you are ADHD can lead you to start doubting yourself even more. So this message is to kind of bring you back to a little level of self-trust and a little different understanding about the world. As I said, you may be looking backwards a lot, deconstructing your whole life, thinking about all the things that happened to you in your childhood, wondering, is it trauma? Is it autism? Is it ADHD? Which bucket would this fall under? And I'm here to tell you, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. All of those experiences that you had, even if they were horrible, awful, terrible experiences, they all had to happen. They built who you are. They built the you that is you right now. And whether that you had an autism diagnosis or an ADHD diagnosis or realized that you had CPTSD, none of it really matters to the you that is you right now. You can go back and deconstruct all of these things and tear them apart and reevaluate your entire life and leave yourself in this miasma of terrible things. Or alternately, you can accept that maybe you've been doing life wrong up to this point. You've been doing life the way someone else told you you were supposed to be doing it, not the way that it feels right for you. And if you are autistic or ADHD, and most likely have CPTSD, then a lot of the things that were told to you were not beneficial for you and your nervous system. So here is 3 realizations that, if you come to, may help you moving forward in your journey. Realization number 1, the world needs your weird. The world needs the you that is you. The world doesn't need you to be another cookie cutter version of normal, whatever the F that is. The world doesn't need that. There's plenty of normal people out there, or people playing normal. You've done it your whole life, and you've probably spent a lot of time trying to figure out, 1, what is normal, and 2, how do I do normal? Stop trying to figure that out. Figure out what works for you. Stop trying to be a cookie cutter version of someone else, fit into roles that someone else told you you were supposed to, and just figure out what works for you. How to make accommodations for yourself. What are your sensory needs? How do you view the world? Start deconstructing those things, not the things that happen to you. Yes, it will bring you to some point of realization, but you can get stuck in that trap forever, and it is not helpful. It's depressing, and it will bring you into this dark night of the soul space that you may have a lot of trouble escaping and feel like there's no point in moving forward because, well, if I am autistic or I am ADHD or if I have trauma, these things are always going to be a problem for me. I'm never going to be okay. I'm never going to learn how to exist. There's no point that I'm ever going to get to that things are going to be right for me. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. But you have to figure it out. And if you have someone to help you with that, fantastic. Therapist, spiritual leader, whatever you need that can be a mirror for you, an accurate mirror for what you need in your life. That's what you have to try to figure out. The second thing, and I'm going to hold both of your hands while I say this, just give them here, let me hold them, because this one is the tough one. Because we love rules and we love to follow rules, right? We love to play by the rules and we don't understand why everyone else is not playing by the rules. Here's the thing. The rules are all made up. They're all made up. They're not real. The societal rules, those goalposts that keep moving, that you can't ever seem to hit, that you don't ever quite seem to understand. You don't understand them because they're not real. They're not real. Those rules were made up by someone. Whatever society you live in, whatever country you live in, those rules were handed down from generation to generation. Those little societal things that everyone is expected to know and understand, you don't understand them because they're not real. They don't really exist. Everybody's playing along by these rules that we all made up, and guess what? We can adjust them. We can change them. They're malleable. Rules and societies and things that we consider proper change over time, right? They change generationally, they change situationally, they change locationally. They change. They're not concrete. They're not set in stone. None of it is real. Even money, time, these things aren't real. They're just made up concepts that we came up with. We all said, oh, here's this piece of paper and it's worth this much. And that might change. Next week, it might be worth less than that or worth more than that. But it's all made up. It's all made up. Time, it's a concept. It's made up. The moon, the sun, they move, they change. The seasons, they move, they change. But we made the calendar. We created clocks. We invented all that. And we collectively agreed that that is what it is. So what if we just decided that I don't want to play by those rules anymore? I don't want to play by what society deems is correct or right, or this is the role I'm supposed to play, or whatever they have placed on you, your family, your church, your work, whatever belief systems that have been laid upon you for years and years that you feel like you are not meeting this goalpost that keeps moving and you can't quite figure out what you're doing wrong and why everyone thinks you're so weird. Just be weird. What can really happen? What can really happen? Can they, worst case, institutionalize you? Yeah, maybe. But would that be worse or better than living a life that doesn't belong to you? Feeling like you are constantly miserable, constantly trying to meet some far off goal or purpose that just doesn't exist for you because it's not real to you. What feels real to you? What are the things that define success in a life for you? Fulfillment in a life for you, not for everyone else. Not what society says you're supposed to have, or you're supposed to do, or you're supposed to be. You have to figure out what that is for you. And now that you know that you are autistic or ADHD, that your brain functions differently, that your nervous system takes in tons more information than everyone else, you have to figure out how to navigate this world in a way that works for you. Not by somebody's made-up standards or made-up rules or a societal rule that may change tomorrow. You have to figure out what works for you. And the third thing, and again, I'll hold your hands because this one's hard too. This one's hard too. And I don't know if everybody wants to hear it, but there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not fundamentally flawed. Having autism, being autistic, being ADHD may have made your life harder, but you are not broken. There's nothing about you that needs to be fixed. Your brain doesn't function improperly. The messages that you receive from your nervous system aren't wrong. They're just different. And if we refer back to item number 1, there's nothing wrong with being different. The world needs those differences. The world doesn't need somebody else who's going to try to be just like everyone else. Because, hon, you've tried it. You've tried it and it didn't work. It didn't work. And maybe you're still trying to figure out why it didn't work. Why couldn't I just be like everyone else? Why couldn't I just fit in? Why did they know I was different? Because, honey, you were never meant to be like everyone else. I don't want to call your disability a gift, because many people would take that as ableist, right? It's a gift. It's not a disability. Yes, it is. It disables me. It does. It disables you because the world that we live in wasn't made for us. But then you got to figure out your own way. You got to figure out your own way to make it work for you. Because, baby, there is nothing wrong with you. Yeah, you have sensory sensitivities. Yes, you might be very empathetic, emotional, or maybe the exact opposite. Maybe you're hypo-emotional. Maybe you speak with zero inflection. Maybe, whatever your weird is, whatever your thing is, whatever has been pathologized and told to you that was wrong with you, that needs to be corrected your whole life. Because if you're late diagnosed, you've gotten these messages verbally, you've gotten these messages intrinsically, you picked up on these messages from watching other people, but you never stop to figure out what it is that you need, because you've been so busy at trying to protect yourself. And that's okay. That's what we do as humans. We try to protect ourselves. That's okay. You don't have to protect yourself anymore. You're okay. You're not broken. There's nothing that you need to fix. So if you've been struggling since an autism diagnosis or an ADHD diagnosis, or even a realization, if you've been watching all the videos, checking all the boxes, you know that your autistic brain, your ADHD brain is different, and it has caused you problems, and it has made life difficult. I hope this message has found you at the right time. I hope that this is reassuring and reaffirming for you. I hope that this helps you move forward in a way that works for your life. And I hope this helps you build some self-trust, because all those messages you got that what you were doing was wrong were wrong. You sense and perceive the world differently, and that is beautiful. We need that. We need you. We need your differences. We don't need you to be like everybody else. Embrace everything about you, even the things that you thought were wrong. And find ways to live a life that makes sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. And it's probably not going to. So, if this video made sense to you and you enjoyed it, and this was something that you needed to hear, let me know in the comments. If you enjoy this type of content, I would wholeheartedly appreciate it if you would tap the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell button so it'll let you know when a new video comes out. But This is the type of content that I really want to make. This is the type of thing that I really want to help late diagnosed people understand, is you weren't meant to be like everybody else, babe. You weren't. And that's fantastic. Be your weird and wonderful self. Be the you that is you before everybody put all those layers on you and told you it was wrong. I love you. And I hope that you love yourself today. And I hope that you appreciate all the weird, wonderful, amazing things that your neurodivergent brain and nervous system does. You're amazing. Thank you for watching.